Hey everyone, Joshua here from the Kurt, and we're back to a new Simpsons review. And if y'all didn't see the last one, go and check it out. And this episode is all about ice hockey. Yes, ice hockey. And of course, I know nothing, obviously, about ice hockey, but this was a real good episode. Yeah, a real good episode. And obviously, having Lisa and Bart pretty much on separate teams. Being on separate teams, pretty much. Which, yeah, really made it a real great episode, pretty much. The episode starts with pretty much this TV program, obviously, that Bart likes watching. And the news, pretty much, talking about this whole death total, pretty much, with these states. And pretty much that it's all the way to zero. And pretty much talking about the snow, pretty much. Which, yeah, obviously, meaning Bart is not having to do anything for school, so he throws his studying books into the fire. And, of course, Lisa does tell him that the weatherman is not always right, which, yeah, the weatherman is not always right. And, of course, she pretty much wakes up the next day, telling Bart to wake up that there's snow, and she pretty much throws of what it appears to be a snowball on his face, and she pretty much laughs at him and chases her down when he comes to realize it's not even snow at all. And he's outside in his PJs being humiliated, pretty much. And that's what's to be called snowball was actually a piece of ice, pretty much. Yeah, frozen piece of ice that she threw at his face. So, it was not snow at all. And, of course, he's getting humiliated because he's outside in the public in his pajamas. And, of course, Mrs. Krabappel pretty much telling everybody to, normal studying stuff. And, of course, Principal Skinner obviously telling them to pretty much report in because, well, Homer's giving these not Homer. Principal Skinner's giving these rewards, pretty much. And this part was funny, where the bullies wrote, beat up Martin, and then it says, eat up Martin. And then he throws it at Martin's face, or head. So, Ralph pretty much thinks that he won a prize or something. But he pretty much failed English, pretty much. Nelson pretty much failed as well. Failed some of his subjects too. And even one that he doesn't want to get humiliated with, pretty much. And then he says he said Simpson. Then says Lisa. Yeah, Lisa actually failed something. Yup, Lisa actually failed a subject in school. And again, she's never gotten an F before. Because again, she's one of the smartest in the school, pretty much. Right? She's one of the smartest in the school. But you want to know what she did fail? Take a guess, pretty much. Take a guess of any subject in school. Math, science, English, history. Again, name it. Can y'all guess which one she failed? She pretty much failed gym, aka PE, as people would say. PE, pretty much playing sports and stuff. Yup, Lisa failed that. Because she claims that, well, she starts getting angry. She tries to throw it in the trash, and yeah, she pretty much misses the trash, and it's literally right there, and she misses. And of course, Homer obviously rubbing in of how, saying that Bart is a good boy, pretty much. Yeah, making Lisa feel better. And she's wondering why she ain't getting enough love and stuff. Right? And Lisa pretty much talking about how going to try to go sign up for some activities. Some sports activities, which, yeah, they doesn't seem to be going well with her getting or the basketball hitting her in the head, pretty much. And then volleyball, lands onto her hair, which pretty much deflates. So yeah, she's pretty much all upset because, yeah, well, obviously, sports is not her thing, of course. And of course, Bart is getting to sit in the front. Because, you know, Homer favors Bart as a good child more than Lisa. And of course, they start having a laugh with something. And then they go to the Springfield skating rink, pretty much. Which pretty much is the ice hockey. Which Bart is with Mighty Pigs. Which, yeah, the chief of police is pretty much the coach. And then we have, obviously, the other competitors, which Oppo is the coach. Which, of course, Bart is with the chief on his team, which, yeah, he pretty much knocks Milhouse out, pretty much, making him have a concussion. And, yeah, they try to stand him up, and then they just tie him to the goal, which, yeah, everybody starts to crumble down, and pretty much Milhouse trying to pretty much blow on it, and again, he pretty much gets hit in the face, and pretty much ends up in a concussion because of it. And the pigs win pretty much, and the chief of police was saying that he pretty much betted on the other team, so he can't celebrate his team with pizza pretty much. Yeah, way to go. So Homer pretty much gives Bart this turtle pretty much for congratulating him. And obviously, Bart doing this rubbing in, and obviously hitting Lisa with all this stuff. And Oppo pretty much sees Lisa and actually impressed, and he tries hitting a puck at her, and she actually catches it. Which Oppo makes her part of her team, pretty much, since Milhouse is obviously in a concussion and not being able to play. And, of course, Lisa is obviously wondering exactly if she should be able to do it because, you know, she's saying that women aren't able to do sports like men would do. And, of course, Homer naming these different things. And Marge's saying that she thinks that women should be able to do sports like guys do, but just so dangerous and stuff. And she says he keeps Milhouse taste, pretty much, which Lisa has this thought process of what could happen. And when she's getting to be a president, pretty much, or in the office, this guy comes out saying that she's got an F. She had an F, so she pretty much gets arrested in her thought process and sent to this land, pretty much, with dinosaurs. So she starts, obviously, not liking the thought of death. And Milhouse comes with this doctor asking if he has his teeth, which Marge says no. And Homer, obviously, telling his team, which, yeah, he's pulling for Lisa's team now. He's no longer going for Bart. He's no longer cheering for Bart's team, pretty much. He's helping Lisa, and Lisa's saying to not make anything worse, pretty much. And he's pretty much trying to whip this boy with a wet rag, pretty much. And, yeah, Lisa's pretty much the goalie. And she's doing pretty good so far. And, obviously, Bart and Homer are pretty much laughing at her. And Marge is wondering why they can stand to laugh at her misery, pretty much. And Homer, when they leave, Homer tells Bart that Bart can't sit in the front with him. Lisa's the champion and the hero, so she gets to sit with him. So yeah, we pretty much see Lisa still doing pretty good with all these. And she seems to be doing very well. And Oppo pretty much congrats his team, pretty much, and especially congrats Lisa. And everybody starts celebrating with Lisa, and of course Bart pretty much getting annoyed, and Milhouse comes over saying if Lisa's starting to be good here, then pretty much what would happen if Bart actually does well in school. And he thinks this process was Mrs. Carbopple pretty much, whenever she does a question, and Bart pretty much gets it right. He pretty much gets it right every time. And then he's like, stop doing that, pretty much. He's like, and of course he gets beaten, pretty much, which, yeah, Lisa comes over to protect him, pretty much, which they run, and pretty much he still gets picked on, pretty much, because Lisa's pretty much, everybody's now focused their attention on Lisa. Even the principal is laughing at Bart, because he says something about his mother, that his mother ain't there to get him in trouble and stuff. And yeah, Mrs. Carbopple is there too, and yeah, pretty much everybody's laughing at him. Which, Bart is obviously wondering why, well, he's not liking this, pretty much, and Homer obviously not being a good sport about this. And Marge asking, because he wants to go somewhere to this field trip thing that Homer is going to, but he's taking Lisa only, and Bart is, as Homer would say. And Marge saying that they can have fun together, which, yeah, Bart obviously doesn't want to, and she says, don't think we can not have fun, because she is his mom. So, yeah, they decide to do basketball, which, yeah, he gets hit in the face. And, yeah, Lisa getting ready, and Bart pretty much blaming and telling Bart to not mess this up, pretty much, and then saying that he loves him. And yeah, Bart pretty much still wondering what to do, pretty much, which, yeah, he's in Lisa's room, and when she settles in to get out, he pretty much trying to do everything that he can, pretty much fight at her, and rips up one of his toys, pretty much, that he realizes. And Lisa and Bart start doing a fight, which, yeah, pretty much, Marge having to tell Homer to not eat that pie, which he pretty much pretends to eat the pie. And he's like, nom, 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 nom. And then nom, nom, nom. And then he hits his head, pretty much. And then he eats the pie anyway. Even though Marge told him not to eat the pie, he still eats the pie. Because, well, it's Homer, right? It's Homer, after all. And Marge pretty much coming in there and saying that it's one of the worst fights that Lisa and Bart ever been in. And she does not want them to pretty much see them fighting like that again. And she's telling them that they are not choosing favorites, pretty much. And of course, Homer obviously being like he normally is, and just telling them about, well, the game, and obviously not being helpful. Yeah, all I could say, pretty much not being helpful. The chief is telling all of the prisoners that he will let them free to go to the game, unless if they promise to go back to this prison. And then these people are making fun of Grandpa Simpson, pretty much. And Bart trying to be competitive at the table. And yeah, Marge is obviously not pleased with this. And Moe, for some reason, comes in. Yeah, Moe comes in, for some reason. And he's telling everybody how it's going. And he's pretty much trying to hit up on Marge, which, yeah, so he gets him out. And Bart tells Lisa, may the best one win. And yeah, they pretty much start fighting, and the two coaches have to split them apart. And obviously, Homer pretty much cheering for Lisa, and basically trying to choose favorites. Yeah, they're pretty much trying to choose favorites. And then Krusty comes. Krusty comes, tries to do the whole kind of pledge kind of song, you know, that normally people would do. Or, what, you know, that song that they would do before they start a game or something. But yeah, he pretty much is failing at it, which they begin. They score a point. Our Bart's team scores a point. Lisa pretty much. And yeah, pretty much Homer obviously getting food, obviously. And the crowd is cheering, and Bart pretty much getting beat up. This old man falling, and everybody laughing at him. And the score is tied pretty much. And Marge is actually not pleased that one of the school bullies pretty much messed with Bart. And Bart is pretty much being able to serve, which everybody's cheering. Homer, Marge pretty much saying kill. Everybody's saying kill. Even Maggie is like kill, kill, kill. And Bart and Lisa have these thought processes. Have these little flashbacks, pretty much. And memories. And then, pretty much, everybody's still cheering. And they pretty much smile. They take off their stuff and hug it out, pretty much. And the timer ends. And pretty much, it's a tie game. Yep. A tie game. And Marge is actually very pleased with them. And Homer's crying. Not because of that, but because he pretty much wanted one of them to win, which they pretty much walk off the field while everybody starts tearing the place apart, pretty much. And one of the crooks pretty much all touched, and then he starts beating on stuff. And yeah, pretty much it ends with them just walking on the field while, yeah, everybody's just beating everybody up. But yeah, a real great episode. In general, either way, it's a real great episode. I really like this one. But yeah, hopefully I enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe if you don't. It's fun notifications turned on so you miss anything new. And let me know what y'all think in the comments below. And catch y'all next one. Bye.